No, greetings, greetings, greetings. And y'all are probably saying, wait a minute, he is not in the lab. He's not in the lab. That he's in the Justice League headquarters. He's in JL headquarters. Again, our Black Media headquarters. Y'all probably saying, when will he be back in the lab? Yo, I'll be back in the lab when I can finally get stuff straight at the farm. When I can finally get this stuff straight. I got to do with them squash balls. I got unruly deers. I got all that foolishness going on. So, yeah. I'm in Justice League headquarters right here in Port Wentworth. I'll be back in the lab. You know, hopefully next week I'll be back in the lab. I ain't got to be here. But as always, we got special guests with us. We got special guests with us. We got Sister Eboni Holmes in the house. Sister Eboni, how are you?
I'm awesome. I'm awesome. How y'all doing?
Doing excellent, doing excellent. Glad to have you here on Run Tell That. And so, as we do with all our people on our show, Sister, we got to do this right here. Who are you? Who are you?
I am Eboni Holmes. I am Black Sister Goddess. I am a community activist, a poet, a lover of people and land and nature. And I'm just here to share what I do with everybody.
All right. All right. And we said everyone share, 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 share. We're on Facebook. We're Our Black Media Facebook, Julius Hall Facebook, and also on YouTube, on Our Black Media channel. We're right there. And Roku television also, that'll be tomorrow. But now we got to come to this right here. So, Sister Eboni, who your people? Who your people?
My people is the Gullah Geechee people. My people is the African people. My people is the indigenous people. That's my people.
All right. So, because now when Black folks going to hit you with that right there, we not breaking it even down. We breaking it down to who your family. That what we want to know. Because some people checking it out. You know, we about making them connections. Because some of them like looking at this right there, say, I think I know her. Or they might, bam, you might find that we are related. Go ahead, my sister.
So my people is the Holmes people in Beaufort, South Carolina. My daddy was born in South Carolina. He's Johnny Holmes. My grandmother was born in Allendale, and she is a Holmes. And my great-grandfather was born in Augusta, South Carolina, and that is Alexander Carter. Alexander Carter moved to Savannah, Georgia, where he was a longshoreman. And so my great-grandfather met my great-grandmother, and here we are. So I'm from Boston, Massachusetts. That's where I was born. But when I was 20, I had a dream that told me I got to get out of Boston. I left Boston. I was trying to go to Miami. God decided he did not want me to ruin my life, so he brought me to Georgia, where my mama was born. So my mama from Georgia, my daddy from Beaufort, South Carolina, and they actually met in Beaufort when her mom moved to South Carolina to be a maid there for a family, and they moved there. She met my dad, and then like 10 years later they met each other in Boston, and the rest is history. So all my life I've been going from Boston to Beaufort, Boston to Beaufort. I had never been anywhere else until I decided to move to Georgia. And that was just a whole activation for me. And I didn't know that I was coming home at the time, but that's pretty much what I did. I just came home. I have not left. I've been in Georgia for 26 years, and got all my family here. I got my dad here from Boston, got my mom here from Boston, got my 3 brothers here from Boston. And so we've all been here. And it's been amazing because I've been doing all this research on my history and my family and other people's history and their families. And I love it here in the South. And I'm so glad that, you know, that God gave that dream to me to get me out of there, to get me where I belong, which is here.
All right. And now what happened, just like I had said, because this is what happened. The president of Our Black Media, when he heard Allendale, he said, she might be my cousin.
We might be. I believe in Allendale, there were Reeds. So there's Reeds, there's Holmes, there's Smalls, there's Frasers. There's
I'm getting the Frasers.
Yeah, Joe Frazier, the boxer.
Yeah,
because that's my cousin. That's my daddy auntie's son. That's my
yeah,
daddy
Joe
auntie's
Frazier's
son.
my cousin. My grandmother is Lila Man Frazier.
So
Lila
Betsy,
Frazier.
I think it's my aunt Betsy. She had the boxing ring in her yard. So you know about that?
Yeah, I don't know about the boxing ring, but I ain't that old.
Okay. What? Don't do that. Don't do that now.
But the Mainers, all the Mainers out of Allendale.
Okay, yeah. And so there was like 10 years ago, my daughter's father was taking her to a ceremony in Yamasee, a Yamasee ceremony near Allendale. And my father was coming from Georgia with his sister, my Aunt Madeline, and they met them at the store. And he's like, what are you doing here? And so my daughter's like, well, I'm here with my dad. And he's like, what are y'all doing? She's like, we're going to some Indian reservation. And so my dad hooked up with them and went to the ceremony. And that's when he remembered, you know what, my mama was born around in this area in Allendale. And it was just like so many different situations like that have been happening that have just been helping me to really just find my family and find where my people was from. And so I've been driving, from Atlanta to Beaufort doing the 20. If you go 20, then you have to go through Allendale. So every time I'm going through there, I'm like, my grandmama from here. So that's my family. I got a lot of family. Delaney's, then Stewart Point. Like I have family. Okay, it's a lot of them.
Yeah, we huge.
But I know it's a lot.
Well, I'm gonna say this right here. See, because our president, he gets all hyped up about this, about the Mainers and all that stuff like that, and the phrases. He get all like talking about how huge they are, but they ain't huger than the Murrays, the Greens, the Walters, and the Dreeses. So I'm just gonna say that right now. I'm just gonna throw it on out there. So we ain't even sweating that. Because some of y'all came to our family anyway. Because Chester Ellis is going to tell you that said y'all snuck over to our side. So some of y'all interwoven. And that's why we do this.
We all family. We all family. And that's period. And that's a point blank.
We ain't all family. We ain't all. We shut the door on some of them. And that's even, I even do it with someone who even blood. Bam! I'm like, no.
You're right, no. You're right.
I shut the door like that, just like that. Bam! No, you ain't related to us. I don't know where you adopted or something like that. So guess what? And that's what we do because again, people make those connections, those ties, and they got that buy-in. So now, my sister, I gotta put this out there and say, who inspires you or what inspires you? Who inspires you or what inspires you?
So freedom inspires me, right? So I'm always inspired by freedom fighters. That's what inspires me, right? The freedom to be exactly who we are. And that inspires me so much. I'm the only girl. I have 3 brothers. I'm the only girl. And so I think it's something about being born in that dynamic that automatically sets you up for looking for freedom, right? Freedom as a woman, freedom as a Black woman, freedom as a human to be in my natural state of humanity, right? And so, I'm just so inspired by that and like getting other people free. right? Whether that's mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially, economically, agriculturally, free. That's what inspires me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So now we're going to come to this right here.
Hmm.
What song or songs give you that when you hear that song, it take you to that other level?
This is probably, yeah, it's I hate to say this, but this is one of my favorite songs, and it's Bad Mama Jamma. Bad Mama Jamma. If you put she's a bad mama jamma,
Go
it'll
ahead.
do something. It
All
just do
right.
something
All
to me.
right. All
That's
right.
just one of my favorite songs. I just love it. I don't know if one of my aunties, I don't know who, but I just know I love that song. When I hear that song, I'm ready to be in my fullness at that time.
Okay. Okay. That's it. That's it. So we are here. We are here. And so
We here.
let y'all know this. There's some banners I got, and like I said, I was at the lab, and I worked on the lab, and I realized that I had put the banners in one of our other platforms that I basically have here at Our Black Media. So I don't have the banners. We're gonna put the banners up next week because let y'all know this right here. This is part one with regard to Sister Ebony. We're gonna have a part two, and so part two have the banners, and we're gonna discuss some of the stuff even today. But then it's some exciting things happening. It is the third annual Harriet Tubman Freedom Festival.
It is the third annual Black Moses Freedom Festival.
Go
It
ahead.
is in honor of Harriet Tubman,
That's
though.
right.
Let's
Go
be
ahead.
clear.
I want to go ahead and throw it on out. I want to throw that one out there. This is the third annual. So I want you to talk about this. Where does this even come in your mind? Where did this concept come from?
Okay. Well, again, a dream, right? um, I had a dream that I was doing some type of event, and it was just like, okay, I don't know what that was, but I woke up from the dream. It was a very powerful dream. I woke up from the dream and I couldn't go back to sleep. So I was looking for something to watch on TV, and the Harriet movie came out. I didn't want to see the Harriet movie. I'm going to tell you right now. I was over slave movies, didn't want to see it, had no intention to see it. Insomnia, dream, had me up. I put the movie on. Boy, I'm going to tell you, I ain't sleep for 24 hours after I watched that movie. Because not only was it a beautiful film, and I loved the way it was made, but on that last scene, when all the enslaved people are running towards the boats, there was a paragraph that came across the top. And it said, Beaufort, South Carolina. And I sat up in my bed and I said, I know y'all ain't talking about my Beaufort, because I went to Beaufort Elementary. I went to Ladies Island Middle School. Because like I said, my family went back and forth a lot. And a lot of times we stayed for a year or two, or maybe even 3, right? But I said, no. So, okay, the movies ended. I done cried. I done laughed. I done went through all types of emotions. So now I'm Googling and I'm like, oh my God. This did happen in Beaufort. Mm-hmm. Now, I done been to the Gullah Festival, the Oyster Festival. I ain't never seen no festival for Harriet Tubman. What, there should be a festival. Then it's set over 700 people. I know you lying. You gotta be, because what? And from there, I was just ignited. Like, I have to do something. Like, something has to be done. Like, I study Black history. I'm a Black African American history minor. How don't I know this? How didn't I know this about my own place, about my own home? The only other place that I had been besides Boston. So that was it. I started working on a logo, and I saw the continent of Africa with the emblem of South Carolina with the palm tree and the crescent moon. And I just started working on it. I didn't know what I was doing, honestly. I just started working on a logo, working on an idea of what it would be and how it would be presented. And the rest is history, brother. The rest is history. And I'm learning more and more every day. I'm learning more and more every day about this same situation that happened in Beaufort with Harriet Tubman being there. And it just continues to reignite me. And it made me think about, like, what are the core things that Harriet Tubman stood for? And the first thing was family, because Harriet Tubman wanted her family. Well, no, the first thing was liberation. First thing Harriet Tubman wanted was freedom. And then she wanted, while she wanted that freedom, the second thing she wanted was freedom for herself and her family. And then the third thing was, like, she was led by God. God spoke to her. God came to her in vision, in dream, in whatever way, to tell her where she needed to go. That's why she was never caught, or no one died on her mission. And she got to live into her old age. I found that very unique, because so many of our freedom fighters were killed, were murdered, but not Harriet. The other thing Harriet knew about was land. She knew the land. There is no way she could have continued to make those trips without knowing the land. And to me, knowing the land is knowing the herbs, knowing the animals, knowing the time, knowing the moon, knowing the stars. She knew that. And then the other thing was community, because Harriet, even until her old age, she served the community. Harriet wanted her family free, and her family wasn't ready to go. So Harriet went and took the community, whoever was ready to go. So it's like family, God, land, liberation, and community. Those are the 5 pillars of our festival, of the Black Moses Freedom Festival. Those are the 5 pillars that we stand on, that we uplift in, and that's going to keep us going. What they say, to infinity and beyond.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And that's what we tell folks. That's what this is about. So what we got to do right now, we got to take care of some things. We got to go to a commercial. We'll go to our first commercial with regards to Run Tell That. We got Sister Eboni Holmes with the 3rd annual Black Moses Freedom Festival that is celebrating the life and accomplishments of Harriet Tubman, but then also all of us, of African people, again, tied to liberation and freedom. So yes, indeed.
Yes,
come out to Port Wentworth on June 21st and celebrate Juneteenth with us. Bring the kids, your family, and your friends, and enjoy a day of entertainment, history, culture, and fun. Don't forget, the Port Wentworth Juneteenth Festival is June 21st in Port Wentworth.
Hello, I'm Richard Coleman, and I'm running for the office of Sheriff of Chatham County. And when I'm elected, I promise to inspect what I expect. Chatham County, it's time for a change, and that change is me, Richard Coleman.
And we are back. This is Run Tell That. And we have with us Sister Eboni Holmes, who is the creator, the person who was inspired by to create the 3rd annual Black Moses Festival. That is, again, the 3rd annual celebration of Harriet Tubman in this area right here. And we say to all of you, share, 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 and support our advertising. The Davis Johnson Bozeman Law Firm offices in Savannah, Atlanta, and Statesboro, and One Price Cleaners located in the Farmers Market on Highway 80 in Garden City. Kim's Cafe at 714 MLK Junior Boulevard, and Shep Food and Gas. Don't ride by, stop by on the corners of Gwinnett and Stiles Avenue in Savannah. And so, my sister, we are back. And so, again, you discuss some of this right here, and you discuss about with regard to the legacy of Harriet Tubman, with regards to also one of the things that she also threw out entrepreneurship, that wanted to see with regards to brothers and sisters in Beaufort County.
Yes, she did. She opened the first wash house, and she was selling pies, and she was doing her thing. Like, she had such a huge impact, and it's such a reason to celebrate, right? So we use that history as a platform to uplift health and wellness in the Low Country, because we need that, right? And it's really just coming back to ourselves. And during COVID, I lost 8 family members. That was a lot. And I lost a lot of them through pre-existing conditions and preventable disease.
Yes.
So the real reason for this is that the next generation in the low country will make better choices in diet, in food, in exercise, and just in overall energy, because we can't have generational wealth without the generational health, right? We need that health. We need that so bad. And so I've been doing this type of work here in Atlanta for a long time. I'm actually a comedic yoga instructor. I'm a poet. I'm an activist. I've done events here. And it's just like, I feel like this has just been 26 years of school in Atlanta. And that school was just for me to take it back home where it really can be needed and appreciated. It's all over here in Atlanta. It's actually oversaturated. And so I wanted to do something in the land of my forefathers and foremothers that could really impact the community in a specific way. And that is like just empowering from every level, from the Centers for Heirs Property to Black film screenings, to CMOS and elderberry making workshops, to yoga and Tai Chi, breath work and journaling, mental health and wellness. When I tell you I'm trying to cover every single base out there, you can find all of that at our festival, because that's what we need. And I want to bring all of the community that's already doing this work, because what I found is that there are so many of us already in the low country doing this work, and it's a lot of cells everywhere. And so we just want to bring them all together so that we can really make an impact and let people see that it's okay for us to be exactly who we are. Exactly who we are. And we are wonderful entrepreneurs. And so we are promoting economic sustainability by offering vendors very low vending prices for the whole weekend. Like a retail vendor is $200 for the whole weekend, because we're not building our festival off of vendor fees. That's not what we're doing. We want them to be able to pay a low fee and make a lot of money, so that they can sustain their businesses, so their businesses can continue to thrive. And so, I've just been so ignited by this whole thing, and just the support that I've been getting from the Beaufort community has been amazing. Even with you, brother. Like, we can't wait to have you join us and lead our kayaking tour and do our dinner and discussion. We got Chef BJ Dennis from the Netflix documentary High on the Hog. Like, these people have just come and said, yeah, let's do this. We like what you're doing. In the Black Chamber of Commerce, it's just been a blessing, because the first year, they just gave us that building. I gave them a proposal of what I wanted to do, and they said, go ahead. They didn't charge me a cent. They let me use the entire building, the whole yard and everything, because they believed in what I was doing. And it's been a continuation of just support from the National Park Service, from the Gullah Geechee Cultural Heritage Corridor, from Girl Trek, from the Tourism Commission. It's been amazing. It's been amazing. And it's been a huge blessing. So I just feel like all of that support is letting me know that what we're doing is something beautiful and powerful and needed. And so I just want to continue to do that work.
And the chamber you're talking about is the Beaufort Black Chamber.
Yes, the Beaufort County Black Chamber of Commerce. Yes, sir.
I want people checking out. I want them to go and think that it's some other. It is the Beaufort.
Yes. Thank you so much.
South Carolina,
yes, the Beaufort County Black Chamber of Commerce. Yes.
So, but you did say some things that kind of shook me a bit, because I got to deal with some stuff. So
you got to deal with, baby.
So what happened?
You
You want to get into with regards to journaling and writing other stuff like that. So our president, Julius Hall, gonna say, I know that's my cousin, because I'm a poet also. I'm a writer too. So he tried to make it seem that like that Allendale little thing, it's all in the DNA. Like
Yes, it do. Yes,
it's in
it
the
do.
pinky finger, and the pinky toe, the DNA. Like
Yes, it
every
do.
hair fiber, that's what y'all got going on. Y'all just all writers and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Yo,
And we do.
that see, I'm about to mute her. I'm about to mute her. I'm about to mute. So and then you go, then you want to go, y'all. Well, everybody know BJ Gitters, my boy. BJ is my brother. BJ, because I was, from the food to farming, all that. BJ, me and BJ used to get together. He used to come down. He used to come to Promised Land over here, in Fort Worth. So, but that's my boy. That's my brother, and everybody know I love BJ's food. I love BJ's food. I love that. That's the man. But when you talk about
I'm
how
so excited. When I tell you, I'm like,
no, see, because that's a problem. I'm at home with my daughter at my house. I'm looking at her in the hall, and I saw the second scene, the second segment, and I look. See, because I know my way, I know my places. I look, and I'm with my daughter Mira. I'm like, she in the living room, and I'm cooking some stuff. I'm doing some stuff. I'm like looking. I'm like, wait a minute. The next thing I know, I see BJ and see Sally Ann.
yep, Sally Ann from the
I'm furious. I am furious. I am absolutely furious. So Mira's like, Daddy, what's wrong with you? I said, that BJ and Sally Ann right there.
Yes,
they didn't even have me with them over there. They had me right there. I should have been right there. Because BJ, Sally, and myself were Garden and Gun magazine declared us one of the 30 Southern heroes. So we all take the picture together right there in Buford.
Oh, yes. I love that.
We right there in Buford taking the picture together.
Yes, sir.
But they had let me know they were going to be over there. So my daughter Mira said her little smart mouth, she going to talk about, Daddy, you don't cook like that.
Oh.
I'm like, it ain't about me cooking. It's about me eating. They know I like to eat. Like about me eating. And the next day I had a tour. People went over to Sally Ann. They told Sally Ann on Defusky, what happened. That she said Jamal could have came. I said, they ain't tell me.
They ain't told you.
But that's what we're excited about. That we're excited, with regards to all things going on. And then I got to throw the shout out. Because it was somebody, because I had known about what was happening. But with me, people know that I do a lot of stuff. And so, but it was my brother, Ras Jamal of Royal Ethiopian Sounds.
Yes, sir.
Said, hey, listen, this sister got an event going on over there in Buford. It's the Black Moses Festival. And I listen to my brother. Because again, my people, you all know, we know who to listen to. Our antennas tell us who to listen to. But sometimes we ignore it. So my brother was the one who made the connect, and that put the bug in my ear.
Because I had contacted you last year. I had talked to you. I sent you emails. I sent you everything. And you was like, I don't know that girl.
She ain't contact me. Trust no mistake with that one day. Trust no mistake with that one day. She's from Boston.
Yes, I did. Check your messages on Facebook. Yes, I did. I sure did.
And guess what? People know Jamal don't be looking at messages on Facebook like that. I'm just saying, there are two accounts. So she can try to come at me like that. Because I said they want the African spirit.
But it's right. The time is now, though. That's something that God been teaching me. There is a time and a season for everything. Because I definitely contacted you, but the time is now.
You see the angel? The angel. That's what I said. When we crack your teeth, it's the angel. It's coming from the Most High. It's coming. That's what I said. So Jamal, the angel, do whatever the angel want to do. That's what I try to tell you. It's too hot to vex my nerves now. I already got to deal with your cousin over here, the president, thing like that. This one right here.
Family.
So all she's doing, she just ramping up the spirits. All the spirits, and they're like, oh, you hear that guy right there? They got this stuff. They said they got stuff going. They said, boy, we're gonna vex them. We're gonna vex them hard.
Yes, sir. But guess what? We here now. And baby, ain't no going back. We here now.
She's trying to control we. She can't control me like that. She can't control me. So I didn't. So when the thing start? When does it start?
It starts June 7th. We are going to do a walk at 8 a.m. from the Black Chamber to the Tabernacle, because Reverend Hodges done did his work and got that beautiful monument that's coming up this Saturday. You ain't even got to worry, because I'm gonna be there. And We're going to walk there that Friday at 8 a.m. with the National Park Service and Girl Trek. We done sent out the blue beam so that all the ladies in blue can come down, because, Girl Trek walks for the health of Black women, and their icon is Harriet Tubman too. So the reason I got hooked up with them is during our first festival, 12 Girl Trek sisters, all in blue, drove down from Atlanta, Georgia to Beaufort to be a part of our festival. And I was so blessed to see all them women. I found out about Girl Trek and Harriet and walking. I became a member. I became a leader in Stonecrest, Georgia, where I live. And I just love those ladies. I love the work that they're doing. I met Morgan. So then that was the first year they came from Atlanta. The second year, Morgan, the founder of Girl Trek, showed up for our kayaking trip. She showed up for the dinner and discussion. And it's just been a beautiful experience. So yeah, we're going to go from Friday, June 7th to Sunday, June 9th. And we are packed with workshops and experiences and performances and tours, and we connected with the Penn Center now. So the Penn Center going to do a tour from the Black Chamber to the Penn Center, 9:00 a.m. Saturday morning, 9:00 a.m. Sunday morning. When I tell you, I'm just excited. Like, I wish I could do everything that's on the itinerary. For real, because it's a beautiful event. It's a beautiful event. We're gonna have vendors and performances, and it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome.
See, again, this is what happened when you have the Maynards, you have the Holmes, you have the Frazier's. They get into foolishness. And like her cousin says to me, "Have you had a commercial yet?" Yes, we've already done the commercial. So to all of you might be checking out One Tell That for the first time, One Tell That is the little brother show of all the shows on Our Black Media. All the other shows, they could do telethons and marathons of their shows. We have only 57 minutes. So we know how to go to commercials with our platform. But guess what? I got Ebony on this side, and I got President Julius Hall on the other side. And both are like that. But I'm looking forward to something. I'm looking forward to the kayak tour that I'll be part of, that I'll be doing.
Yes.
Kayak tour, that's right. We're going to be doing homage and all that other stuff. When it was promoted, when she trained me about it, I was like, you can do it. I just need to get an idea what y'all did last year. And so,
let me tell you something, brother. I can't swim, not a lick, but I've been on that water. I bet you I was in that kayak. I bet you the Sea Kayak Carolina is the people, the company, the Black-owned company that is providing us with the kayaks and the training and all of that. And listen, I was out there because one thing, I can't swim, but I ain't scared of water. I'm going to be in the water. I got my life vest on. I'm going to make it. Period. And the point blank. And you know what? Joe Campbell of Sea Kayak Carolina, he's such an extensive trainer. He's such a great trainer. Like we had a wonderful time. And Dr. Etta Fields Black led our kayak last year. Herb Frazier led our kayak the first year. So now we got Jamal Torre leading our kayak for the third year. You see what God is doing? Do you see what he's doing? Because I'm going to tell you, Dr. Etta Fields Black, she wrote that book, Combi. Right. And I tell you, I bought the book this thick. It's a Buford Bible of the I'm telling you. It got names, it got family members, it got dates, it got notes, it got everything in it. And I'm reading that book and learning even more when I tell y'all, this is something beautiful and powerful for us, y'all. And it's for us. It's for us.
And to throw this out to those of you who will be joining us, I'm going to say to y'all, bring your coin, bring your copper coins, bring your copper coins. If you got copper coins, bring your copper coins, or bring some flowers, bring some flowers, bring some flowers, bring some flowers. And if you want, if you and also bring, if you got some black strap molasses. And you know,
right, I'm getting chill bumps, brother.
And if not, then you can have some honey. So that's what we say when on this kayak, because it goes back in time when with the Gullah Geechee Nation, when Queen Quet, I did this in Savannah at Lazaretto Creek, and then we went down to Evo's Landing. So we did that in Simon, and so we did it right there we do tributes on the water. That's why anytime I'm on the water, people know that if I do any presentations or people have me do any journeys, because my company is Day Clean Journeys. We tell folks we don't do tours, we do journeys. And so when we do that, what we do when we go on the water, and so that's when Sister Ebony said, "Hey, can you do that?" I'm like, "Yeah, we can go and do that." I said, "But I thought my thing is because I know if I go out there, it just ain't about we just ain't gonna talk about the history just with regards to the raid. We're not just gonna be doing that. We're not gonna take it away again. It's about the connection." And like I tell folks that our people, people who do my journey, some of y'all checking the show, y'all know, or they know the African spirit talk about this. That my de agua, and that again, my de agua, mothers of the water. And so, with regard to that, for this celebration, this festival right here is connected to that. And I said, how can I, lead a journey and then we not do tribute? Because some of y'all checking out, so y'all know, say, the African spirit always brings Africa into us, always make the connection, always make the ties. And so the spirit, again, the vessel is Jamal. And we're going to have to deal with that. So that's why I say, bring your copper coins.
Yes.
Copper coins. Bring your flowers, bring your black strap molasses, or bring your honey. So again, that's what we gotta be doing. That we gotta do.
I love it.
And so
I love it. I love it.
Part of tradition also
taking
for
up to
us,
a whole nother level.
Right, for us with regards to go and get your people, African people, that the waterways always were important to us. That one of the things our ancestors said, the way that we get home is by water. And I tell folks always, when we do our presentations, do our journeys here, that two meanings behind it. One is the literal meaning, they knew they came from Africa, and then also represents the heavenly home. So again, crossing over the River Jordan. For some of them, it represents crossing over the River Jordan, but it also represents the Hopi River that we know is the river now, but all of that with regards to, so again, we're gonna be on the water, and so that's why you got your life vest on. So even if it turned over, you still can float. And so that's the thing. We're gonna be there because we're gonna.
And it's also about the womb. Because we live in water for 10 months before we even get here.
Absolutely.
So it's so many things. I love that. I didn't even know that. So you put me on, and that is just. So I love that.
That's what we're gonna be doing. That's why. So that's one of the things I'm absolutely excited about with regards to the kayak. And so I said to folks, come on, and I think you have. I think it's like it is first come, first serve seating, right? They need
so it's limited space. It's definitely limited space. It's going to be only 12 people that can go on Saturday and only 12 people that can go on Sunday. So if you want a ticket, it's limited space. And that's what all of our workshops, because we wanted to make sure that we had free workshops and some workshops that are paid, right? And so even when there's a paid workshop going on, there's also a free workshop going on, because I don't want anyone to miss out on, the message and the healing and the things that are happening. So, but the ones that are paid, they're very limited space. So you want to definitely get your ticket if you want to go do the sea moss, if you want to do the herbal workshop, if you want to do the kayaking or the dinner. Out of all the 20 things we got going on, there's only 4 that requires payment. So, but those, like I said, are limited space. So if you want a ticket, you need to go ahead and get it, because they are definitely going.
and I've had some people say to me when I share with them about this, about the kayak tour, they were like, wait a minute, we're going to be in Arkansas. We got to be at this place. We can't make it. So they now are to the point, they're saying, hey, people have been hitting me up saying, listen here, because that's just based on me talking about not even posting anything yet. They're saying like, wait a minute. Like, yo, we need to know when this will be done again. So I told them, I said, I don't know. I said, just depending on what happened, when they see how we do it, I say it might be something that they might have to do on a quarterly basis with regards to that.
I would love to. I would love for us to do that. So that sounds awesome. Me and you could definitely talk about arranging that so that we could offer that, because that is something that's really beautiful, really important, and just the energy that you bring into it with the ancestral, with the ATR, with the whole ancestral energy. That is that's something beautiful, brother, for real. That is something that is definitely worth doing again and again and again. For
So
sure.
there'll be some conversation. So that's why I called you. Those y'all checking the show out who had that concern. So I'm just letting y'all know. So y'all heard her. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go to another commercial. We'll be coming right back. We got Sister Eboni Holmes. Again, the creator, the founder, the person who was inspired by to create the Black Moses Freedom Festival in Beaufort, South Carolina, honoring for the 3rd year Harriet Tubman in Beaufort County, because there's a story tied to her also on the island south of the Broad River, because sometimes they like to get caught up about them north of the Broad River, stuff like that. So, but
we ain't gonna play them games.
We are back. This is Run Tell That with the Eboni Holmes with the Black Moses Freedom Festival that is down in Beaufort County, South Carolina, Beaufort, South Carolina. And it is June 7th through June 9th. And there is activities going on each of the 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we are back. And so we get to this right here. So the website, blackmosesfreedomfestival.com.
Yes, it is.
So we say to you all, check it out, go there. That's your point. You can start your registration with regards to the events, the lectures, the tours, the food, the fun.
Yes, sir.
And also be able to patronize people who look like you, who understand you, who elevate you. And
yes, sir.
Get into things with regards to health and wellness, with regards to, because wellness is tied to health. And so again, this is what's happening. And so again, we want you to run down some of the activities that will be happening on from the 7th to the 9th.
Yeah, so we're going to have an open mic Friday night, 7 to 9, where anybody can come. If you want to, you a griot, you a poet, you a singer, you a dancer, you a comedian. We would love for you to come and share your talents with us. We are going to have our libation ceremony. Now, our libation ceremony was done by Queen Ket the first year. It was done by the King of Oyatunji the second year. So we hoping, and we have the king lined up to come again to do libation. I was really honestly trying to get the king and Queen Ket to have the balance of the masculine and the feminine energy to do our libation. So if God is willing, I know that Queen will be in town, but I know she a busy woman doing her world tour. But if she got the time, she gonna come through. And we have a film screening of a documentary called Chasing Harriet. Now, this woman started this film at the Black Moses Freedom Festival, and she done went to New York to Harriet's house. She done went to Maryland to Harriet's birthplace, and it's a beautiful film. So we're going to screen that film We're going to have, like I said, a bunch of workshops, vendors. NPS will be doing activities. We have Sean Hackett of One Life Fitness, who will be doing field day exercises with the children. And we're just going to have vendors and music and so many workshops and things like that nature. We're going to have the Center for Heirs Property Preservation do their workshop. We'll have a mental health and wellness workshop. We're going to have Tai Chi. Like, we're going to have so many amazing things for you guys to participate in. And the whole time, you also can visit the vendors and support them with all the things they have. We have the Geechee Gal seafood truck that's going to be there. We also have, I want to say it's called Sea Island Gullah Kitchen. I think that's the other food truck that we're going to have. And then, of course, we're going to have Chef BJ Dennis. So, and we're going to have people doing smoothies and fresh juices and tea and things of that nature. So we're just excited because it's just so many things that we're going to have presented at our festival, and just so many things that the community can enjoy and come out. And it's going to be music. We'll have Bruce Ingram doing his thing. Miss Pat Gunn supposed to lead our bus tour to the Combahee, because we try to have tours that's for every fitness level. So if you could walk, we walk into the Tabernacle. If you got the energy to kayak, we got the kayak tour. If you can't do none of that, we got the bus tour that's going to take you to the river, because I think everyone needs to know about that river where that freedom fight happened. Where that freedom happened for so many people, and that they came running with pots of rice, pigs, twins, and all types of stuff down that thing to get on them boats. So it's such an amazing thing, man. And I'm thinking, like, maybe some of my family got through that got me fired up to be doing this work right now. I don't know, but I just know it's a work I'm going to do, and I got to do it. And so it's going to be a beautiful weekend. So we definitely want you guys to join us. We're going to have the Penn Center tour. We're going to have yoga and sound bowls, which I will be hosting on Sunday. And then we're also going to have another film. So we got Mr. Tony Bell and Jessica Marcy. They have created a film called A Tree Story. And so they just came today. Like, we heard about it. We love it. We want to screen. I'm like, yes, you can. Come join us. So we got some beautiful things in store for everyone. So we just would love for you guys to join us, come through, support, bring your friends, bring your family. If you're out of town, tell somebody else that's in town to come through.
Absolutely. And we'll be sharing with other folks. We put on all our social media platforms.
Yes.
I don't use Messenger. People think I go on Messenger just because they might see my stuff out there. I don't be on Messenger like that. People, they know. Text Jamal. Text that. That's one of text Jamal. So you know, because again, they try to hit me up on Messenger, but that's a story for another day, another time. So, and with regards to Harris, some people don't realize that I talked about south of the Broad River, north of the Broad River. That's where we got Gray, we got Burton, we got Buford, we got Ladies Island, we got all that up there. That's north of the Broad River. South of the Broad River, you got Bluffton, Hilton Head, and Defusky, south of the Broad River. Some guy come to the name Okatee, but again, south of the Broad River. Mm-hmm. So one of the things that people don't realize that the story of the God to Harriet told me that she had to come through Hilton Head to get passes to travel, because Hilton Head was the Department of Army of the South headquarters. And so right now, Hilton Head, basically everybody had come through there, from Bishop Henry McNeil Turner, Bishop Gaines, and all of them. They had to come.
I didn't even know that.
That they had to come through Hilton Head. And that's why they talk about Harriet coming to Hilton Head, getting the passes, because everybody had to come through there. Everybody had to funnel through. Hilton Head was the key with regards to that. And Queen Quet, that's my sister. That's my sister, being one of the original elders for the Gullah Geechee Nation when it was created. Yes. So I go and say, I let them know that Savannah is the capital of the Gullah Geechee Nation. Just like last week, we were in a session.
Wait, whoa. What you say?
I said, I'll repeat it again. Savannah is the capital of the Gullah Geechee Nation. So the history is this. The Constitution for the Gullah Geechee Nation was created in Savannah. So Queen Quet will go and say yes, because last week I was right there on St. Helena, and I say it to them all the time, right? That's right. So if the Queen is there, bam, Jamal gonna say that. Don't y'all try to shower in and run for that. 'Cause that's what Jamal be doing. That's what the spirit be doing. And so we're gonna throw it out there. So again, and that's why we want people from all around to come and support, because again, it's important for us to know our story. So oftentimes,
Yo, that's crazy. Because I found my great granddaddy address. He was at 555 East Taylor Square, East Taylor Street.
Yeah, East Taylor Street. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, right there. And that's the problem.
And what's the name? There was a village there that my grandfather was born in. I can't think of it. It's an Indian name.
Talking about Yamacraw.
No, I don't think it's Yamacraw. Maybe it is. It don't sound like
Yamacraw Village.
Yes.
Yeah, Yamacraw Village is a public housing development. They create Yamacraw. It's created in 1940. But what happened, that's why even when people, when they hear Yamacraw, people here think about
it can't be 1940 though, because my granddaddy was born before then. So was it an actual village that they turned into a project?
That's what I was trying to give the history. I was trying to help her.
Oh, sorry.
But she just want to go and do that. Yeah. So
my apologies, brother.
1940.
I'm excited.
That's it. 1940. That's when they create the public housing development. Yamacraw was a black community, was an African community that went from the river, that's from River Street, for those people who know Savannah, from River Street to the Savannah Visitor Center, from MLK Junior Boulevard to the Viaduct. That was a huge black community. And as I tell folks, that is the first black community or Gullah community in Georgia. That is right there. But what they do in 1940, they wipe out the middle section of Yamacraw to create the projects. 1950s and 1960s, that's when they now hit the other part that is from Bay Street to River Street, from Oglethorpe Avenue to the Visitor Center. So when I have people on my journeys in Savannah, I bring that up. They start saying, Jamal,
wow,
this is not a Savannah tour here. This is our tour. So that's why people doing the kayak tour, doing any tours or anything that I'm being involved in. Guess what? You just ain't going to hear about one place. You think that's what the deal is? No, it's not. It's about us making connection. And just like it's the same sojourn and the same journey. So yeah, so that's why that's the power of us knowing the story. Wow. Now the thing I'm gonna share with you that you must keep doing this right here. That you say that you are Boston and Beaufort. You are Boston and Beaufort. So often people try to compartmentalize us and try to tell us that you're just from one place. I tell folks, no, you can't do that. Because
you can't tell me that.
Even here in Savannah, you have folks from Savannah who also tied to St. Helena, tied to Hilton Head, tied to Beaufort, tied to St. Simon, tied to Jekyll, tied to Brunswick. And I said, guess what they do? When they not have you focus just on Savannah, you forget about what's happening on Hilton Head. You forget about what's happening in Ludowici. You forget about that. And guess what? They come in and then take it from you. I say, so no, that's what we don't do. We don't even play those games like that. That's why I say anybody, that's why I'm so happy when you say you are Boston and Beaufort. And guess what? Nobody can make you stop because you said, I went to school there. That's a part of your story. And so when we talk about land and preservation of land, that's how some of us lose our lands because the people not disconnect. And when you disconnect from it, somebody else will get some good because you didn't have a gap in the middle. So then they take some gook and throw that gook in the middle, then it becomes your false reality. And so now you don't even know who you are. And so I give y'all a proverb that I share with people. This is a day clean African proverb. And the proverb goes, a mosquito will not teach an elephant to be an elephant. A mosquito teaches an elephant to be a mosquito. People, elephants walking around here trying to be mosquito, trying to be doing something abnormal to them, not understanding their magnificence. And so that's why
we need to get back to ourselves.
Yes,
to our griohood, to our land loving. And since she asked me
to be the speaker for the dinner, that's why I say that your people know that I don't do question and answer. We have conversation. So they got dinner and dialogue. That's what we're gonna be doing. And so that's why we're gonna be addressing something with some of y'all right now. When y'all talk about y'all ain't y'all ancestors, get out that stupidity.
I am.
You know, so I ain't my ancestors.
I'm gonna tell you right now, because ain't no way Ebony wanted to do none of this. I'm gonna be real. This is something else inside of me. This is ancestral stuff inside of me that's guiding me and leading me towards what I'm doing.
That's right. That's absolutely.
I know
And
that
then-
because when I'm doing my comedic yoga, I'm doing it on purpose. I'm going to sacred spaces. I'm going to Sapelo Island. I'm going to St. Simon's Island. I'm going to the Etowah Mounds. I'm going to the Okmulgee Mounds. I'm going there on purpose to do my practice because it's telling me something I need to download, something that I need to know inside of me. And that's what got me to this point here. Because before I was doing all these retreats on Sapelo Island with the Baileys and Maurice Bailey. And I met, that's who really started. You know who really started? I just thought about that. Cornelia Bailey. I was at Kennesaw State and we read God, Dr. Buzzard and the Bolito Man. At the end of that book was a map that showed me Sapelo Island was right off of Georgia. I was the president of the African Diaspora Studies Student Organization. And I said, we got to go. And we went. And I met that lady and I shook her hand and she said, you got to tell people about it. You got to tell people about our story. I had never been any place that reminded me so much of Beaufort, but just raw, you know, because Sapelo's undeveloped. And that really was a point for me. And she's passed away, but that was such a beautiful, amazing woman. I love Miss Bailey so much. I kept going. I kept sending people to Sapelo. I got a friend that live on Sapelo right now, Tina Myers. And she's doing some beautiful work out there herself. So yeah, man, it's intentional. It's intentional to be connected. It's intentional what we're doing.
Yes. And we have to understand it. And so just to throw something out now, I'm just going, because people know me, they know because see, after this, just like Dr. Jamal Touré, my scholars in my classes, they know. I tell them, I say, you all would know more than what your professors know. So just to let y'all know this, Dr. Buzzard was never on Sapelo. That was exploitation.
He wasn't on Sapelo. I don't think the book ever said he was on Sapelo. He said he was in Beaufort.
No, I'm just saying when we take the names again, when we talk, okay, I'm going to share this with, Tom, put it on out there. Commodification. We deal with the issue of commodification right now. That's why I'm saying the Black Moses Festival, why I'm enthusiastic to be a part of it, because we are the ones that are commodifying it, not other people. Other people commodify for delicate people. We are the most studied African people in this country, but we are commodification. We are exploited, and that's what some of us do. We go along with it, and we say nothing about. We go and see, and that's why I say those people who are about because again, that's why I tell people. You know why sometimes people can't handle Jamal because people know, like they say, listen here, that's the spirit. The spirit's going to speak it. The spirit's going to give you some of it. You know, some of the funny stuff, the humorous stuff. But then the other thing we come and tell you like, no, sometimes you don't go along with those other people. That's why I said that gap in the middle. There's that gook in the middle. And so Dr. Buzzard, and some of us know Dr. Buzzard people and his family. And that's why I go and say that that's exploitation of us. We cannot be celebrating that. So again, what I'm saying right now, every people know this is what he goes to talk about. He puts it out there because we want to honor. You said you honoring Harriet. That's what we're going to do. And we do it with respect. Respect and honor. And we say in Creole, again, respect and honor. And so I just had to go on because again, I guess tell you the battle that we get into here, that with regards to Gullah and Geechee. And I had people in Georgia trying to say that they never knew anything about the word Gullah at all. But I'm like, how in the world can you all say that?
How can you know Geechee and not know Gullah?
No. So when I tell them, I say, do you all know of a neighborhood called Tatumville? Tatumville is in Savannah. And from where Yamacraw is, Tatumville is approximately 5 minutes away drive time, just depending on how traffic is. Tatumville in the early 1900s was called a Gullah village, early 1900s.
Oh.
Guess what? Here go my scholars. My scholars know that. But the so-called experts don't. And I've had the so-called experts when I'm sitting there and I'm using Geechee Kuna, and I say that to them, and they're looking at me like, what? And then I tell people, just like on my tours, I say, listen, I got third graders, and I had people just yesterday. I said, I got third graders who know more about history and culture than the so-called experts. And those so-called experts who have this attitude, have these titles of doctors and all this other stuff like that, when they start hearing me speak and throwing out there, they say, one of them was honored enough to say, he said,
I love to learn.
Well,
So teach me.
Why you saying something? This again, your rude cousin. But anyway,
Teach me. I love to learn. He's saying because the thing about the end.
I'm just no. That's what I'm saying. That's what he's trying. But I'm like, we're gonna get this out right here because we got part 2 with you anyway. But what I'm saying is that they will hear when they are honest. They hear the information. Guess what? They're gonna say, you know what? They do know more than us, and that's what this is about.
And that's what we need to be. We need to be open to learning, right? I love to learn. Teach me. Please teach me. Because I love to know. I love truth. I love truth.
And we're going to close out with this right here because I want to get that point. I said that's why this festival is so important. Because I said commodification that we control, not somebody else.
Not somebody else.
Ain't no buckle telling you, ain't no Caucasian telling you what.
Us telling our stories.
Right.
We must tell our stories.
Right. Ain't no Caucasian telling you what to do, how to market yourself.
Don't tell me nothing. I don't want you
go
to tell
along
me.
with it. And the people be misled. So how can people get in touch with you to get further information with regards
BlackMosesFreedomFestival.com, Black Moses Freedom Festival on Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, wherever you want to go. Black Moses Freedom Festival is there, and you can find your way to some tickets, and you can find your way to South Carolina and come see us.
And we'll be seeing her next week along with some other people. Got the oldest Gullah Geechee Festival in all around, but people don't know about it. And so again, we're going to recognize our people. South of the Broad River, we're going north of the Broad River and south of the Broad River. This is Ron Telback, Sister Eboni Holmes. We'll see you on next week. We said all y'all share.
Yes, sir.
Other shows.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
Glad to have you. We see you again. Peace and blessings.
Peace.
Like this.